I'm surviving 100 days in the Minecraft movie, with a bunch of new weapons, piglins, and 2 new bosses that I will be fighting in this 100 days. I'm here at spawn and it does look pretty nice. So let's chop down this oak tree real quick and use that wood to craft a wooden pickaxe. Then mine up some stone to get myself upgraded to stone weapons. I don't really want to be in the stone era for too long, so let's mine up all of this iron and craft myself some armor. That was a pretty successful first day, but I'm gonna collect a bit more iron and craft myself the rest of the iron armor and all of the tools. Now while I'm in this massive cave, let's start collecting some diamonds. And also use these diamonds I just mined up to craft myself better armor before I end up dying to these mobs in this cave. Alright, I was a bit greedy and ran out of food, and I'm down to 1 heart, so I'm just gonna try and mine myself out of this cave. And as I was digging out, I ran into this mob spawner room, which luckily had some food and an enchanted golden apple. It is now bright and early in the next day, and I found a village right next to the mob spawner. So I'm gonna quickly steal all of their wheat and craft it into real food for me to eat. Now just to keep myself and all of the villagers safe, I'm gonna be putting up the wall all around the village. I know we're already on day 4 and I'm a bit late to this party, but I want to craft some of the new weapons like a spear and the buck chocolates. Now just to test them out, I'm gonna be killing all of the villagers outside of the wall. And I can't forget to place down all the new beds I got, so that we can start breeding the next generation of villagers, expand some of the wall for even more space to work with, like placing down flashing tables to give villagers jobs and myself emeralds. I'm not done with expanding yet, so let's gather more wood and expand the wall again. Now also just to make everything look nice, I'm gonna place down all of the dirt I have and mine up a whole bunch more, just so that I can place it all down again, expand the wall some more and light the entire place up so that mobs can't spawn. Now I do think I'm over my trauma of what happened in the cave last time, so I'm gonna head right back in and collect as much diamonds as I can to craft the rest of my diamond armor and tools that I need. Now because I'm finally in full diamond armor, I think we can head out for a bit to explore my surroundings and collect up everything that looks like it could be valuable. Or you know, even finding a second village. Now I really don't need anything from this village, but I will indeed take all of your beds to place it down in my village. Now the next thing I want to do is get all my stuff enchanted, and to do so I need wood, like a lot of it. So let's start chopping down this forest and trade all of it to the villagers for as much emeralds as I can get, before doing the worst thing of all and work with a librarian villager to get mending, which I'll actually get pretty fast. But that cost me all the emeralds I had, so I'm back to chopping down a couple more trees, trading it for more emeralds, and getting myself a protection 4 enchantment. I'm starting to think I'm pretty lucky. Anyway, I do now have all the books to enchant my armor with, but I just don't have an anvil, so I'm going back down into the cave and collecting enough iron to make an anvil. Now I do only have 1 protection 4 book, and also really don't want to die, so I'm gonna trade for even more emeralds, get my hands on more protection 4 books, and add it to all of my armor except my boots, because I need 1 more book. So I'm gonna chop down even more trees, trade for emeralds once again, and completely forget about the book. I wanna see what's new in the Nether, and also make it safe when I enter the Nether. So let's surround the portal with blocks, so that the new piglin won't get to us. Yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about. So seeing that I'm not ready for this place, let us leave the Nether, craft myself golden boots to put on, and go back into the Nether. I know I'm a bit late, and I haven't watched the Minecraft movie yet, so what boss is Mal Gosha? Oh, okay, so that's Mal Gosha. The one that tried to explode me. Nice to know. So yeah, nah, I'm not doing that. I'll rather continue searching for the fortress. And after a bit of searching, I found the fortress, collected all the blaze rods I need, and started farming the enderman the second I left the fortress. I'm back home and finally done in the Nether, but I do want to go and fight a dragon, and that's the whole reason I went into the Nether, but I do need a couple more stuff before I can go and fight him. So let's go and chop down more trees and trade for a feather falling 4 book. Now I know I usually over prepare for the dragon fight, and this time's not going to be any different. So I'm getting an infinity book from villagers and going back down into the caves to collect more iron, make a new anvil and enchant the rest of my stuff. Alright, all my stuff is enchanted and I have everything I need to kill the dragon, so let's craft the eyes and head out to find the stronghold. Also on my way to the stronghold, any structures that I do find I'm gonna be looting. Alright, finally, I traveled 7,000 blocks and I'm in the stronghold. And after a bit more time, I found the portal room, lit the portal, and killed the dragon. Well, looks like I overprepared yet again, like always. So let's now go to the outer end, loot the 2 chests in this end city, and grab myself the elytra. My loot isn't really the best, and I am still in the end, so I'm gonna loot the second city as well, get a bonus elytra, and collect the dragon heads. Now that I'm back home, I just quickly want to combine all of my gear to finally kill Mal Gosha with my overpowered bow. Wait, you thought I'm gonna do it with a sword? But anyway, I'll take the Orb of Dominance, which I can't use yet, because I need her staff as well, and it costs 3 netherite ingots to craft. So I'm gonna dig down and collect all of the ancient debris that I need for the staff. I'm just down here mining for ancient debris, and I see another ball spar. Yeah, I don't really know about this one, so I'm gonna leave this mine that I made and try and find netherite some other way, like in bastions. Well, the first bastion I looted was okay, but I still need more netherite. And then it happened again. I got reunited with a great horde. This kind of feels wrong, like I'm bowing him down and he can't do anything about it. Oh, why didn't I kill you sooner? Like, this is insane loot. Well, now I have all the netherite that I need, so thanks, bro. So let's now smelt all this ancient debris, craft the staff of Mal Gosha, and finally add the Orb of Dominance to it. I was actually kinda expecting a bit more for all that work I put in, because this kinda looks pretty weak. That was until I learned I can charge my attack, and obliterated this pig. Well, my first problem's now done, which just leaves me with my second problem. And that is, I have absolutely no food. So I tried making a chicken cooker for infinite food, but later I'll learn I'm not mumbo jumbo, and can't do any redstone. I'm not done building the farm, I just needed some lava to finish the cooking part of it. Also, I almost blew myself up in the mines with the staff. I still want to test out everything the staff can do, so let's blow up some mobs and the forest, just because I can. Well, seeing that the chicken farm isn't working, let's go out and collect food like normal people. And by normal people, I mean killing all the animals and taking their meat until I have enough. Well, with that now done, we can move over to the part I left alone. Mainly because I needed to mine out this entire hill, but with the staff I can now just blow it up. Exploding sound effect. Alright, I do think I'm done exploding now, mainly because now I actually do have to mine out the rest, and replacing all the stone with dirt, mainly so that the grass can also grow here. Looks like more of the same for today. Mine up a bunch of dirt and place down a bunch of dirt. Looks like I just can't get enough of the caves, because once again I'm right back into them. Well, technically just to get some deep slate for something I want to build. But before I do that, I've survived 35 days so far and I've got everything I want and also completed the game, but I did almost die a couple of times as well, and I really don't want that to happen. So I'm gonna raid this pillager tower just to get myself bad omen, and also loot a couple of desert temples on my way back home. Now I know this village doesn't look the best, but it is my home village, which means I'm not gonna do the raid here, but here at the second village I don't really care. So let's drink this potion and get the raid started. Now before the raid completely starts, I'm not really planned on getting anything useful from it, maybe like a couple of totems, mostly because I'm gonna use the Staff of Dominance to kill everything I see. It definitely took me a while to get this totem, I think it's because I blew everything up. So let's just get this raid finished and get that sweet victory. Now as I flew over the village and saw the damage I've done to it, I went home, made an item frame and promised not to use that staff again after seeing what it did. Alright, Staff of Dominance, you're a bit stronger than I thought, so I'm just gonna put you in here and leave you alone. Now after that raid, all of my stuff is kinda broken, so I'm gonna spend some time trading with the villagers just to get all of it more or less repaired. And seeing that it's day 40 and I'm still homeless, I'm gonna use the blocks that I have to start building myself a house. That definitely didn't last long, so let's grab a bunch more deep slate and break my entire house down that I just built. Well, the tiny part of it I just built. I don't know, it just felt a bit too small. So I'm gonna make it a whole lot bigger. And just to flex, I'm gonna place down all my riches right in front of my house, as well as some leaves all around my house. Except I ran out pretty quick, so I'm gonna go and gather up a bunch more. Now I do actually spend quite a bit of time working on this house, so let's just speed things up a bit, shall we? As for days 43 to 50, I collected up materials and continued building my house. Now seeing that my house is done, I don't really want to be alone in this world anymore. And no, villagers don't count. So I'm off to spawn to get myself a dog, and your name will be Dennis. You're just gonna have to trust me that that's your name. Mainly because I don't have a name tag for you. Why is there a raid starting? You know what, Dennis? Let's show these fools who we are. And so Dennis and I started fighting them, just so that the worst thing can happen. You and all your friends will pay for what you've just did. So I killed the rest of the pillagers, getting a victory, except it didn't really feel like a victory. So I built a grave for Dennis and chopped down trees for the rest of the day. I have to destroy them for what they did to Dennis. So let's mend my elytra, take the Staff of Dominance once again, and start searching for a woodland mansion. Well, we're finally here, except it is a bit late. So let's get the rest that we need and blow this mansion sky high. And I'm not gonna stop until every room is blown up for what they did. That should teach you a lesson not to kill someone's dog. Now, I know I flew out 15,000 blocks just to destroy this woodland mansion and did not plan to make it out of there. So I actually have no idea how to get back, seeing that my elytra is broken. And that I can probably not mend it. So that's not good. Alright, I know it took me a while to realize this, and you all were probably yelling at me. But going through the Nether is like 10 times faster, and not to lie, if I didn't find this lava pool, I would probably not have thought of it. So let's quickly see how far away it is. Oh yeah, see, just 1,000 blocks away. Alright, and I'm finally back home. Now believe it or not, but after spending all that time building my house, I'm still not actually done yet. And because I do want this house to be done, let's go and collect up some sand and smelt it into glass. And on day 60 we can finally finish my house. Now I know this is gonna kinda waste like one day, but I really don't like thunderstorms and there's mobs spawning, so I'm just gonna skip this day and go to bed. Now seeing that my house is finally done, we can move all my stuff in as well and try and organize it as good as we can. And by sorting out my stuff, it kept me busy for the next couple of days. I have been struggling to build this chicken farm for like 50 days by now, so I'm just gonna break the whole thing down and worry about it another time. But in the meantime, let's go back into the netherite mines to get as much ancient debris as we can, then craft all that into netherite ingots and upgrade my armor to netherite. I'm back here at the village where I did the raid, and just not to leave any witnesses, I'm gonna blow the rest of it up, as well as all the villagers in it. Alright, that was a bit random, but we're back home, and I'm gonna fix this chicken farm thing, more or less. And by fixing it, I mean I'm gonna dig a hole and just get all the chickens in here and get the cooked chicken the old-fashioned way. Now I have literally done everything I can in 100 days, except for one thing. And to do that one thing, we're gonna have to collect 3 wither skeleton skulls. So let's just quickly come into this fortress, get those 3 skulls. Before we actually do fight them, I forgot my bow and also to repair my stuff. So just give me a quick second to repair my stuff, fly out once again and summon the wither. You know, I should stop doing this, but I did forget my bow again. So buddy, stay here, I'm just gonna go and get something and I'll be right back. Oh hey, I'm back. And also thank you for not following me back to my base, but I kinda need the Nether star that you have there. So... and thank you. Alright, I just crafted a beacon, except I don't have enough stuff to actually power it, so... yeah, let's go back into the mines. Mine up all the iron that we can. Now just to place down all the iron blocks that we've got. And I'd say I'm the strongest in this world. Like, I killed every boss and have some of the best stuff. But just to prove that I am the strongest, I'm gonna kill some ghasts, craft myself 4 end crystals, and go back into the end just so that we can respawn this dragon and kill it once again. Yeah, I haven't seen someone else kill the dragon twice in 100 days. If I'm wrong, please let me know in the comments, but I haven't seen that before. Well, I now proved that I am the strongest in this world, except after Dennis, I'm still pretty lonely. So let's head back to spawn, get myself a couple new dogs, and I'm gonna let you guys give them their names this time. Now you remember what I did to the previous village, like destroying it twice? Yeah, I kinda feel a bit bad for that, so I'm gonna try and build these villagers at my base a brand new place to live at. And so for the next couple of days, I'm gonna be digging up a whole lot of dirt and placing down a whole lot of dirt. Now I'm not done yet, and don't know about all of you, but I don't like torches. So I'm back into the nether and collecting up as much glowstone as I can. And now just to replace all the torches with some glowstone. And a bit of a same for today as well. It was nice having you, except we're almost at day 100 and I think I have enough food now, so... well, with that now gone, I actually have more space to build with. And speaking of more space to build with, I'm not gonna let my dogs sleep outside, so let's build them their own house. And after adding in the final details, I brought my dogs into their new home, and to pass some time, I built 2 farms that I'll definitely be using in this 100 days, before watching the sunset on yet another day. Is that beacon on my house sending out like a beacon to the pillagers, saying like where I am? Nah, surely not. Stuff like that can't happen. Like, that would be insane if that happened. Alright, hold up. I might have been wrong about that. Now I'm gonna leave my dogs in their home just so that they won't die, but pillagers, I'll be using the Staff of Dominance on you, just so that we can finish this raid real quick and get myself a victory in the same day. Well, now that the raid's done, let's just start cleaning up some of the mess they made. and also maybe put on some trims to my armor, mainly just because I can and I do have it, so I might just use it. Alright, enough stalling, let's finish this village. By first filling in the rest of the dirt, and lay out the foundation where the villager house will go. Am I lazy just to build one house instead of like 10? Maybe, but I also really don't care because I am kinda running out of time. So I added some detail to the outside of the house and also finished building the roof. Well, most of it seeing that I still have to fill in the sides. Something looks off. You know what? I don't have time to think about it. Let's just add more leaves and hope the problem solves itself. Okay, well it kinda did. I guess good job me. So now just to move all their job blocks into their house and also add in a couple of other things that you might see in a village, like a fountain, except this one's a bit bigger. And finally a crop farm, just to give them some food to eat. Well, that's the new village. Hope all of you are happy now. And also don't believe any lies from another village, saying like I'm evil or something. Okay, I wanna get out of here. So let's build a tiny platform out of netherrack and add in a very nice detailed sword portal. Now hear me out, it could look better, except this is the last 2 days and this is the best I can get it. And just like the village, I'm gonna sprinkle in some detail, like these things coming out of a portal, some plants, and a whole lot of fire. Now where I'm going, I can't take any of my stuff with me, so I'll place it all down here for the villagers to use and watch the sunset on this world one final time. Alright, it's now day 100, so let's now leave this world behind.